Hi everyone, welcome to our final project presentation on pragmatic evaluation of LLMs for Indian languages. So real-world communication relies heavily on pragmatics, interpreting implied meaning based on context, intent, and social norms. Therefore, pragmatic competence of LLMs is essential for modeling real-life user interactions. However, we find that the current pragmatic benchmarks are heavily skewed towards high-resource languages like English. So, as a part of our project, we are introducing the first pragmatic benchmark for four Indian languages: Hindi, Punjabi, Malayalam, and Tamil. Furthermore, we are introducing a unified evaluation framework addressing multiple pragmatic phenomena across three different task families. Lastly, we have done a thorough evaluation of this benchmark on four multilingual models. So as a part of this project, we are addressing five different pragmatic phenomena. Implicature, which refers to the implied meaning of an utterance. Deixis, which refers to understanding the time, spatial, and person cues based on the context. Speech acts, which are utterances that not only convey information but also perform an action. A classic example in Malayalam is Chaya Edukate, which literally means offering a person tea, but is actually a way of politely welcoming somebody. Social pragmatics, where we try to incorporate how social factors such as culture, gender, and power affect the use of language. And finally, coherence, which refers to language use beyond the sentence level and meaningful connections between the utterances and a logical flow of ideas.
Okay, so for the task types, we have three kind of task types which we are evaluating. The first one is MCQ, in which we give four options and the LLM decides which is the right option. For the second task type, it's a natural language inference type, in which we have a context and we have hypothesis, and LLM has to decide if that is neutral, if that's entailment, or it's contradictory to the context. The third one is generation, in which LLM has to generate some text based on the query. For the data set statistics, we have created 166 instances in total across four languages, and everyone is native speaker of the language. So we know the inside stuff, and we have created some cultural stuff inside as well for the data set. And the data set is both in is in like Latin script as well, and the other scripts as well. So for the evaluation setup, we have evaluated four models. The closed one is Gemini, and the three open source models, Gamma, Llama, and Quinn. Our prompting strategy was zero shot, and the other one was transliterated input form. The evaluation metric which we used was a single turn accuracy for MCQ and NLI. And for generation, we trusted on human evaluation.
Moving forward, I'll talk about the results from our experiments. We see that across all different task types and languages, Gemini outperformed the other open source models by a large margin. We also see that the models struggle outside Hindi, especially in lower source languages such as Punjabi, Tamil, and Malayalam. In general, the models have lower performance on the task on natural language inference. I'll dive deeper into the analysis of the results across different axes. Across models, we see that Gemma is a better open source models than Llama and Quen. We notice something interesting from the reasoning traces of the model, that the models don't know how to reason in other languages, and they keep on wasting their tokens in just translating. We also see that Llama struggles with instruction adherence. Across languages, we see that Gemini performs the best. And other than Hindi, we also observe a language drift in other languages as the model produce a mixture of languages in their output. Across tasks, NLI is the hardest one because we provide cases where hypotheses are plausible but not entailed. Across pragmatic elements, we observe that implicature and social pragmatics are the hardest category because it needs cultural grounding in the knowledge and context. But we see better performance among speech acts and coherence because the models are instruction tuned on such abilities. Overall, coming to the conclusion, we present the first evaluation framework, which is specifically focused on pragmatic competence of LLMs in Indian languages. This benchmark is also suitable for assessing large frontier models. As we see a performance gap with Gemini 2.5 Pro, we highlight the recurring patterns of error in pragmatic reasoning, and we plan to extend this study to evaluate more state of the art models and hopefully release this benchmark in a CL conference. Thank you.